Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time joining me. Today's topic is going to be intuitive eating. So I released a video a few weeks back called Mindful Eating. This is somewhat of the same idea, but there is a twist to it. Mindful eating is basically using all of your senses to be aware of when you're eating so that we don't overeat, so that we don't we enjoy the experience of eating, all of that stuff. So using all of our senses. I did do a video on mindful eating. Intuitive eating is different. It is taking the mindful eating to like a higher level. And mindful eating is very, very important. And intuitive eating is probably even more so important. So intuitive eating is listening to your body. So intuitive eating is, honoring your hunger when you're hungry, eating, and respecting when you're full and stopping eating. So intuitive eating is basically ending the battle with your body if you have, negative body image or bad negative self-talk. It's for people that are chronic dieters that have dieted all of their lives, which we all know a lot of people that do that, right? And this is also, intuitive eating is also very effective for somebody who has overcome an eating disorder. So I would not recommend this for anybody who's dieting. I would not recommend this for anybody who's currently experiencing an eating disorder. If you're still in recovery, I do not recommend this because this is sort of when you've recovered, and it is a lifestyle. So let's just jump right in there. So there are 10 principles to intuitive eating. Now, I want to just give you a background on intuitive eating. It was discovered by two dietitians back in, I believe, 1995, who realized that the majority of their clients were either chronic dieters or had some form of disordered eating. So they developed this intuitive eating to what I always say is listen to your body. So it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. It takes time to, get intuitive eating down. But I think any little step, if any of this interests you at all and you want to try it, I think it's, a really good step in the right direction. It's not easy, and this is not for everyone. I want to put that out there right now. This is not for everyone. But if it resonates with you, great. And, keep listening. So for intuitive eating, it's a new idea. So it's something, it kind of goes against everything dieting has ever taught us and put in our heads. So when we're babies and, we're hungry, we cry, we eat, we get full, we stop, right? Even as little toddlers, we're hungry, we say, Mommy, I'm hungry, we get something to eat, we get full, we stop. We don't tend to, have issues with food and unhealthy relationships with food until we're older. So this is something that happens over time. Either, something could be as simple as when you're small and it's like, oh, you were good, here's a reward, here's a cupcake. So when you get older, you're like, oh, I should reward myself because I'm going to eat a cupcake, right? Like eating as a reward, or eating to fill up a void in a body, like a negative void in the body. Overeating to compensate for, the lack of something else. Basically any type of eating that is not due to hunger, right? So, or any disordered type of eating. Intuitive eating can really help if you have these issues. So you have to think also with intuitive eating, it's a different way of thinking. So food is neither good or bad, which is really, really hard for a lot of people to wrap their head around. So nutritionally, yes, of course. I mean, I have to say, as a nutritionist, there is such a thing as good food or bad food. But we're talking in the sense, in relation to emotion, there is no food that's good emotion. There's no food that's going to be related to bad emotion. So basically eating for nutrition, eating for vitality, eating for health, eating, possibly for pleasure as well. Let's not rule that out, but not eating for any other reason. And eating when you're hungry, right? So that's one of the biggest things is a lot of people are just eating mindlessly and not because they're hungry. So again, this isn't for everybody, but I'm going to go over the 10 principles of intuitive eating. Number one principle is to respect I'm sorry, to reject diet mentality. So everything, again, as we've always learned, every diet, like, so no counting calories, no counting carbs, no looking at serving sizes and measuring, your palm with what a piece of meat or whatever portion is. None of that. So that's all out the window. So with intuitive eating, you're basically eating what you want, sort of when you want. So I'm going to get more into that concept. I know it sounds too good to be true. I will get into that and elaborate a little more. But the number one thing is to reject the diet mentality. So if you're looking at to try this as a diet, this is not for you, because you have to throw all of that out the window. You can't think as a dieter does. So number two is you're going to honor your hunger. So as I said, many people will eat not out of hunger, but for many other issues. With intuitive eating, listen to your body, knowing when you're getting hungry. You don't wait till you're so famished that, you eat like 10 servings instead of 2, and we've all been there. You don't wait till your blood sugar drops. You don't wait till that. But when you start getting hungry, and it's a true hunger, right? So a lot of people feel like they're hungry and they're actually dehydrated. So part of this intuitive eating is also making sure you're drinking enough water, making sure you're getting enough sleep. It goes beyond food. So you're making sure of all of these things so that we can get back in touch with our bodies and learn the cues of being hungry. A lot of people don't even, don't eat because they're hungry. They eat because it's 6 o'clock, or they eat because it's 10 o'clock, or whatever it is, right? This is the big focus on this. Again, number one theme is to listen to our bodies, right? So our bodies tell us when it's hungry. So let's listen to that cue. Number three is to make peace with food. This is a pretty big one. So most people do not have healthy relationships with food, at least people that are dieting all the time, right? I mean, it's obvious they don't have a healthy relationship with food. So make peace with food. Food is not your enemy. Food is our friend. Food can do a lot of things for us, right? We all know this by now. So let's make peace with food and not hate food and not hate ourselves when we consume a certain type of food. Number four is to challenge the food police. The food police are who's in your head. So challenge the food police. I can't have cake because of this, and this. If it's your birthday and you want a piece of cake, have a piece of cake. Challenge the food police. I mean, we can't be, and I'm saying this to you as a holistic registered nutritionist, we cannot be perfect all the time. I indulge in things, that are not great for me either. It's an 80-20 rule, right? So 80% of the time, try to eat as healthy as you possibly can with the choices that you have. And there's a little room there, 20%, right? Some people say 10. The point is there's still that room there, right? So the food police in your head, stop regulating like that. And if you want something, enjoy it and don't feel bad about it. So number five is to feel fullness. So again, when we're not eating properly, or we're like waiting till we're beyond hungry to eat, we may not even register that we're getting full because we're eating so much at such a fast pace. I mean, some people do, that you're beyond full by the time you've had, like, instead of 1 serving and you've eaten 5 servings, you don't even realize you were full, and you were full like after the first serving. So it's to start to listen to your body, slow down when you eat, listen to your body. Your body will also give you a signal of when it's full. When you're full, that's it. That's enough. And if you're one of these people who doesn't like wasting food, wrap it up or put it in a Tupperware and have it tomorrow, right? So when you're full, you stop eating. What a concept, eh? Number 6 is to discover the satisfaction factor. So again, enjoy and revel in the experience of the food. Make choices, like, because it's all up to you. It's what your body wants. You're going by your body's impulses. So if you decide to eat something, enjoy it, right? Enjoy it. And what you'll find, what most people tell me about this, is that sometimes they'll eating something, they're like, I used to love this, but now that I haven't restricted it, or now that it's not a bad thing, I don't even want it anymore. Like, it was just the fact that I couldn't have it that I really wanted it. Or maybe you want it, but you only want this much of it instead of the whole container, right? So number 7 is to cope with your emotions without food. This is pretty tough, right? So this falls into the mindful eating. This falls into emotional eating, which I'll talk about in another video, but all pretty much the same thing. So it's basically, so say you're upset about something or you're sad about something. Maybe go for a walk. Maybe take a relaxing bath. Maybe put on a record that you really like and light a candle and, you know, sit in silence. Maybe anything but food. So not using food as a comfort, not using food as when you are emotionally lashing out, whether again it's anger or sadness or whatever. Pick up a phone and call a friend, talk to a friend, write a letter to the person that's pissed you off, you know, perhaps don't give it to them. Things like this. There's all kinds of things we can do to manage stress and to manage emotions that do not involve food. So the next point is number 8 is respect your body. I always say this. So a lot of people will, I'll tell them about intuitive eating and they'll go, oh, well, I'm just going to run wild. Like if I can eat whenever I want, whatever I want, like what, you know, this is not healthy. People just eat, like are going to eat massive amounts of bad food. And I disagree. If you follow these principles and you follow the principle, especially respect your body, when you respect your body, you're not going to do that to it. You're not going to overindulge. You're going to want to feed your body healthy, nourishing, sustainable foods. That's what you're going to want to do if you respect your body. Number 9 is to exercise. But the clincher here is to do things that make you feel good. So if you like to dance, then dance is exercise. If you like to walk, then go for a walk. If you like to roller skate, do roller skating, do swim, whatever it is, do those things. Do not go to a gym and kill yourself on the treadmill or using weights or doing all this stuff if you don't enjoy it. Like I was one of these people that I go to the gym, I actually do enjoy it. But I mean, if you're not enjoying it, don't do it because you're not going to, it's not going to be sustainable. You're not going to reach your goals. You're going to be miserable and you're going to be angry and you're not going to like it. So find things that you like to do. And there's always something, right? Even the most inactive person, there is something you like to do that involves moving. Find it and do it and love it. And do it because you love your body, not because you hate your body. So very, very important. Number 10 is to honor your health with nutrition. Love this one. Love it. Yes. So that goes along the same lines as respecting our bodies, right? If we will honor our bodies with health, overall health. A lot of it is to do with nutrition. Again, 80-20. So we want to honor our health, honor our bodies, and that falls into, again, respect your body with good nutrition. So as much, do what you can with what you have. So, I mean, if you can't, again, 100% of the time eat healthy, which, I mean, not everybody does. And intuitive eating is what your body wants. So over time, with practice, with these 10 principles, your body will start to want to be healthy. I think all of us want to be healthy. I don't think there's anybody that does not want to be healthy, right? So intuitive eating is something that can be very helpful to you. It is not for everybody. Again, with anything holistic, what works for me might not work for you. But I do believe that this is going to be the new direction of where we're going. And I do think we're going to finally realize as a culture and as a society that, I mean, diets just don't work. Diets just don't work. And a lot of the diets out there are quick fixes, or they're not healthy, or they're not sustainable for long periods of time. So as I've been saying for years and years, listen to our bodies. Let's listen to our bodies, and let's let our bodies that are so intelligent show us how to eat. And, you know, and enjoy that sensation, enjoy nurturing let's enjoy the whole thing. Let's make like a whole thing out of it. Like every time we sit down to eat, let's make it an event. Let's enjoy it. And let's satiate our bodies with nourishment, and let's be good to ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed this on intuitive eating. If you want to know more about it, drop me a line anytime. I'm Nutralicious on Facebook. I am Lexi.Velvet on Instagram, and I'm Lexi Velvet here on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed this. Be well. I will talk to you soon. Thank you.